Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. So this video is showing you all my weekly setup for this week, the 11th through the 17th. Now I'm still struggling with whether I want my week to start on a Saturday or a Monday. I actually think it should start on a Monday because that's when my I actually think it's still blah, blah, blah. It should start on a Sunday because that's when my actual week starts. So I don't know. However, pretty much all of my planning products and things that I use start on a Monday. So I have tried to switch it in terms of like I've used things and started it on a Sunday, but like I start from the way back because Sunday is at the end. So it was sometimes hard to remember and just awkward. So for now, I'm just going to leave it at what it is. But I want to say, of course, this is going to be a little chatty, but I'm going to try to make it really quick because I need to get ready for work. But I'm exhausted with planning. And I'm exhausted in the sense of just being productive in it, I'd say. I have struggled. I think you all have watched me struggle for like, if I'm being honest, the last year at least, I have just found things that work and didn't work and didn't work. I found methods that have worked within the transitions of my life, I'd say. Through it all, I am proud that I remained within my system, whatever I was going in and out of. But right now, I think with life being the way that it is, it's just been super hectic for me to get a grasp on things. I think coming out of this role and being in this, my role at work for the longest, it's been difficult because it's been so demanding. I've been having such a hard time. I've been working a lot. And bottom line is, nothing is getting accomplished in my personal life and at home. And so, if some of that resonates with you, I encourage you to do a reset, which you all have seen me start to do. And the last week of July when I went on my staycation and came back, like that was a nice reset for me. I've noticed things that I think I noticed but was afraid to say out loud. And if I'm being honest, the reality of what I came to is I don't really need a planner. And this is why. Because I'm more of a to-do list person. I'm more of a need the to-do list when I need it, especially writing on post-its what has come up through the day. I think a notebook is great because it allows me to write what I need to write in it, and be able to transfer that over on the week of whatever I'm planning. But I'm more of a tracker than anything. Like in all of planners that I put my system in, is pretty much a tracker. Like my monthly, a tracker, highlighting when my new position and schedule shifts, tracking or writing down my appointments and then crossing them out when they're done. This has been in my weekly. If you look in my like all of my videos over the last 2-3 years, you will see something like this. You will see my weekly forecast where I list out to-dos for that week, meal plans, sleep, different things like that. So it's tracking, it's where it's at for me. And yeah, tracking is pretty much where it's at for me. Going into like dailies have been difficult because like I set this up yesterday, but going into dailies have been difficult. And as you can see, I have not came back in and like really crossed anything off of what I did. And it's because I don't really I don't really look at this, I'd say. And most of this I got done yesterday. I mean, I can cross it out now, but the things that I was supposed to do that are really important, I didn't get a chance to do. I really didn't get a chance to do, like changing my son's appointment, calling to change my appointment, and those were things that were super important. And I still think it's because I include too much on the to do, and I don't necessarily have a specific priority section where it's like those three things that you focus on. And the reality of it is, I need to like get back to that. Monthly goals, I think, are amazing. It's what I'm supposed to do. I think that keeps me on track. But again, having that in one place and just sticking with that is good. Yeah, I'm trying to do too much at once. I'm trying to implement too many things at once according to my goals. And a lot of what I'm doing includes time management, being able to track my time and look back on it and say, okay, did you do this or didn't you? Fix breakfast early, like getting up earlier, getting to work at least 10 minutes earlier so I could set up. Like, a lot of things require a system. Praying a certain amount of time, devotional, it requires a system, which calls more for tracking than anything else. So I can see, which is why these weeklies have been so beneficial to me. But yeah, so I said all that to say I'm tired. I'm tired of planners. I'm tired of going back and forth. At this moment in time, I just can't. I can't use 1,000 planners. It is driving me wild. It is making me be so unfocused. I am still mainly focused on decorate. Like, this is not good. I'm not in a good place with the planners and everything. So as hard as it was, I decided to dwindle things down. I use a typical notebook, which is what I've always done, for like jotting things down that I need to do for the week, that I need to remember for the week. I've always done that, so I will always keep a notebook. That's something I will always do. But I am taking it way back to the basics and what I need. At first, I feel like I struggled more with using, even though I bought them, but I struggled more with using these daily planner pads is because I'm so into decorating. And I think that's the only thing that I was focused on. This is already decorated, so it's nothing to decorate. It's so small. I just have time to go in, do it, and that's it. But it does cover pretty much everything that I would need to track, even if I was transferring it later in the week over to something like this. I would still be able to get a good take on what I did because I still would track my meals, what I'm grateful for. It has a little space down here, and pretty much all the to-do pads that I have a space for tomorrow, the to-do list, my mood, the date, and schedule-wise. I am not so anal anymore with specific times that I did something. I just group things in, like during the 6 to 9 o'clock hour. I did meal prep, my kids' bath, and ate dinner. And I put it like that. That way, I'm really able to see like what I'm doing. I will include morning routine on things that I need to, and I am going to have to write down in a notebook what my morning routine is and what it looks like. So then that way I will know what it's entailing and what I'm doing. So yeah, I was able to quickly see what I needed to do. I had my top 3 priorities, what I focused on yesterday. I got that did. I got finished what I was supposed to in my top priorities. I logged my water. Yeah, today I have this going already. This is today. My top priorities is the devotional, messaging these people, and doing my nails. I am hoping to like quickly get these done before I go to work, but we'll see. If not, maybe that's something that I'll do coming home. But I really need to focus more on why I'm failing to get done the things that I need to, and that's because I'm failing to implement systems rather than just list of things that I need to do. So, yeah. Am I happy about this? No. Do I think I need this to get myself back on track and in order to follow through with my reset that I just recently started? Yes, most definitely. In this particular planner pad, it does not have a place for exercise, but I will put that down here. So maybe I will go back after I finish this and write down my steps for yesterday. So when I track them in a different area, if I want to wait until the end of the week to put them on a weekly tracker, then at least I have this down here. So this is what I'll be using. If I feel like this is also good, if I feel like I want to spice things up and go from planner pad to planner pad, that's not bad. It's undated. I'm still have the exact same information, and if I feel like I need to switch the design, I just switch a different pad, and that's as good as I'm gonna get it, because I'm tired of going back and forth. So that, and then I feel, well, I'll show you this. This is just my weekly plan. I have always done this. I will always do this. This I got from the Dollar Tree. I showed you this a few weeks ago. I've been using it. It's just showing what I need to do in the moment, that bam, like what's sticking out for me in the moment now that I need to follow through with. And this is definitely working. So I'm going to keep with this. I told you all before in a video that I basically should have stuck with making my own planner in my composition notebooks. I changed because it got too exhausting. It didn't allow for me I'm not going to say exhausting, because making my own planner was relaxing, but the moment I didn't have time to like do it the way I wanted to do it, I didn't do it anymore. Because during that time when I switched, the time that I had in my life just didn't allow for it. My mental health during that time just didn't allow for it, and it's okay. And I hope that's what you get from this video, is encouraging yourself and being okay with yourself, but also being truthful with yourself and saying it's okay. It's okay. I did not do what I thought I was going to do. It's okay. I had an experience Thursday night. I want to say I was going through something real bad. I had just thoughts I was all over the place Thursday night, and I was going to buy Clever Fox, the small planner, because if you see that planner, it has everything in it. And I was going to buy that planner. I put it in my cart, purchased it and everything. I purchased that and a water bottle. And I did not need the water bottle anyway. I think the water bottle was $16. I could definitely get it cheaper someplace else. But I bought it because in that moment, I emotionally spent. I wanted to feel better in that moment. I wanted to feel like I was bettering myself somehow, and that was my way of justifying the purchase. But I prayed about it, um, and I would say 30 minutes later canceled the order. And I thank God for that, because I have been including God in my journey to being a better steward of my money. I've been including God in my emotional struggles and my mental struggles, and I was able to acknowledge in that moment, and I journaled afterwards about it. I acknowledged in that moment that, why did I buy this? Why did I feel the need to buy it? Even though I was trying to justify it behind, oh, it's going to keep me more organized. Oh, it's smaller. It has everything in one. Oh, I won't use nothing else. And that's not the case. I have too many planners. Even if I feel like I need to go awry, I need, and like anything else, we will fail. We will drop the ball. We will make mistakes. And that's okay. I think the bigger thing with that is being okay with that, but putting parameters around that. So I told myself, if I felt like in a dire moment I need to just buy a planner for whatever, I was going to buy it from the dollar store. No place else but the dollar store. And I know in the end of the day, that's not going to feed my um, purpose in doing it. So I'm not going to end up doing it. But that is something that I'm trying to keep in place with myself. So I said all that to say, I grabbed a composition notebook, which I have quite a few of because I do my junk journaling out of these. It's sturdy, it's a notebook. At first I was like, oh, cut it down. I was like, girl, you're doing too much already. Just get it and use it. So that's what I did. I didn't stick this that well, but I used some of the cardstock that I already have that I don't really use. I put this on just to make it look a little cute. Um, I have printed out a calendar so I can just quickly add in the things that I need. If I feel like going back and adding decorations, that's okay for the most part. It is what it is, and it is what I have. And here I will cross this off because my massage got canceled. Um, but yeah, it is what it is, and I have gone back to basics of what has worked. Do I have, this has always worked for me. You all have seen this type of layout in my video time after time. Even when I've done it in the Hobonichi, this has worked for me. So I will continue to do this. Here, I have pads for self-care and pads for meal planning. I just attach the pad to here. Bam. I can still use the pads that I pay for. It still allows me a tracking system because self-care is important to me. Meal tracking is what I've been doing, and that's also important to me. So I'm able to gather it from here, and at the end of the week, if I want to wait, or if Wednesday is a good time for me to fill some things in from Monday to Wednesday, I'll have time to do it. Going into my new schedule, this is my last week of my old schedule, and then the week after I go into my new position and new schedule, where Thursday will be my last day of the week. And then Friday, I want to catch up and put Monday through Thursday on. I can go back and look at this and do it, or if I want to just come in and jot this down and do it, it's still okay. I am, for one, utilizing what I bought with these pads, but then I'm also still doing what's true to me and what's needed, which is tracking my weekly. So at the end of the week, I can then go back and say, how did I do this week? Like, what went wrong? I'm still tracking my stewardship of money with takeout and things that I've bought. The only thing that I can see that I don't have is a space to add my weekly expense tracking. However, I do have one of those small composition notebooks that I carry with me at work and just in my purse, so that I'm able to quickly jot down the purchases that I've made, and that has been so useful because I've still been able to track that. So I'll still be able to add that to the list and put in. So I will maybe save a couple of pages for like the expense tracking to add in here. But I'm going back to the basics and back to what has worked for me, and that is a composition notebook. It is disheartening because I've spent money on planners, but this has always worked for me because it's never failed. I've been able to take in and put out at a cheap cost and still implement things that I've bought and used that work, like these planner pads. So that is set up. I could not do away with my week because I enjoy this. This gives me a good way of going back to see how did I do that week. It still benefits me to see it in a whole shot like this. So I will continue to do what I need and what I don't want to lose. And that's my calendar and my weekly spread. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose my tracking. So I kept that. It was beneficial and I kept it. So I'm totally okay with that. And then I have my tracking section and my brain dump. So not all of my weekly planners have a tracker at the bottom, and so I didn't miss it. I wanted to add it on so I'm still able to keep up with the things that matter to me, like my devotional, praying at least 2 times a day, journaling, reading, no spend, doing, getting to work 10 minutes earlier, taking my vitamins, cleaning, filming, learning my sign language. And I really need to put a study for my next license. And those are the things that are super important to me. And then I have the brain dump. I think I will leave these pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 pages for my expense tracking, so I can keep that. And then I did glue the pages together because I didn't want to have issues with anything bleeding through or anything, depending on if I use a marker or not. So I did do that. I will continue as I need more of them to glue the pages together. But I am going to, leave this. I think I'm going to write it in now so I don't forget. But yeah, I know you all are like, girl, but this is is working. This was working, and this is what I'm sticking with. And if I want to, I actually have a page that I can put in right here for my budget, because I have made a page, or not so much a budget, but it's a bill. Not so much a budget, it's a bill tracker. And I made that on Word myself as a way to like track and put in different places. I can easily print that out and paste that right here, so I can do like all the expense track work and plop it in on here. So yeah, and then maybe I will just make this page right here my debt tracker, so that way as I go from month to month, I'm able to, because I only require a few pages each month, as you see right here, because this is all I'm putting in. I should have left more space for the weeklies, but then I'll just divvy out the rest of the week after here. So I'll divvy out the rest of the weekly. So it's the next week. So it's 2 more weeks. So it's this week, that week, and then monthly review. And that's all that I want to have in here. That's all that I need to see. And yeah, I'm going to be okay with this because I will decorate it after the fact. I don't have to worry about decorating and doing it. I didn't even put events up here. I'll do that at a different time. If not, I know what it is, so I don't have to put it up there. But yeah, I know this was a very lengthy video. I just wanted to show you all where I am at with everything and why. And I will see you all in my next video. Have a good week.